Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and this is the energy update for all signs for Wednesday, the 9th of February 2022. I hope you're doing well. I have a live show 3 times a week here on YouTube. It's called Psychic Cafe. You can find it laying in wait on my YouTube channel. If you go directly to my channel, you'll see it there on that first page so that you'll see when it is in my time zone. I always set it up, the next one after I've finished the show. So you can find it there. You can set a reminder on that too. In that, I do general channeling for the collective, but I also give mini reads. So that's where you might want to come along to that if you want a question answered by your higher self. It's for donations for those mini reads. Now, I also offer private readings as well. So if you're interested in that, you can book yourself in. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there. They're limited quantity available because I get them done within 48 hours of you ordering them. And so if they are all sold out, just check back the next day. You should be able to find some availability. What have we got going on today? Shadow dancer, some shadow work. So there could be something you're not very happy about yourself in today. Shadow work is all about accepting that we are everything. Accepting the negative in us. Accepting that we're going to have negative feelings. Accepting that we're going to make mistakes sometimes. And just loving ourselves through that. It's okay to be human. It's okay to be human today. So if you're doing something very human today, it's okay. Go easy on yourself. Illumination, there's something coming to light that's going to set you free, and it could be about this shadow work as well, something that you felt bad about before, something you were judging yourself about before, maybe something that you judged about other people as well because you were judging it in ourselves. Something coming to light that's going to set you free. It could be in a hard day today, on a hard day of how you've been kind of beating yourself up about something or hard on yourself about something instead of just accepting it. There's no need for us to be perfect. We're allowed to be human. Like, it would be insane, wouldn't it? Make us all human and then make us wrong for it, like some religions would teach us. That would be insane. Who would do that? Set us up for failure. It makes no sense. And as Judge Judy said, if it doesn't make any sense, it's not true. So, wow, I haven't seen Judge Judy for a long time. What's going on? Tell us what's going on with tarot. We're putting some burdens down here, burdens that weren't even yours in the first place. Society might have been telling you, or family might have been telling you, or teachers, or anybody might have given you the idea that it's not okay to be human. It's not. It could have had a burden like, I shouldn't be like this, I shouldn't be like this, but I am like this, but I shouldn't be like this. That kind of an argument, and that's a burden to carry that you shouldn't be like something that you are. That's a burden, right? And you can be putting those burdens down today. All of that, you're too this, you're too that. I'm too muscly, apparently. What else am I? I work too much. What have other people said about me? It's not true. It's just right for me. Maybe not right for them, but they don't have to be me. I'm me. And I'm in alignment with me most of the time. Sometimes I'm not, and that's okay too. That's okay too. What else have we got? Queen of Wands, taking action, feeling fired up about something. Knowing what it is that you want. There's a very positive energy about that Queen of Wands today. So you could be really setting yourself free with an aha. Oh, I don't need to be like that. I can just be myself. That kind of energy. High Priestess. Wow, there's a healing aspect to this today, an intuitive healing aspect to it. Things could be making sense. And whenever we have those shoulds, I should be something other that I'm not. I should be something other than I am. It's very restrictive. It's like putting a brick wall around ourselves, stopping the good stuff from getting in. And it could all be becoming clear today, being illuminated like that cat's face right there, shining. Aha! It's a day of ahas. 6 of Pentacles. Nice. So reciprocation coming in. It could be that you've been blocking yourself off from reciprocation because you've not allowed yourself to be yourself. So, for example, if I were to have this idea that as a tarot reader, I should be able to help everybody, and if I'm not helping everybody in every way that they want me to, then there's something wrong with me. And that would be very restrictive for me, right? Very restrictive for me. So I'd end up not doing the specific things that I do. So I read in the way that I want to read, and I help those people that I help, and that's okay. I don't need to help everyone. So, but it would be a burden, right? If I thought it's my job. I'm the savior of the world. I've got to help everyone with tarot. I've got to be everything to everyone. That would be a massive burden. So I could be having an aha about that today. I don't need to do that. And that's really cruel to do to myself, to have that belief. And then setting myself free into this Queen of Wands, so I know what it is that I want and I can do it my way. That's very healing. So I can actually get reciprocation, so that it's okay for me to help those people that I do help with my channel and with my readings, instead of trying to help everyone. That allows me to get the reciprocation in, because then you guys that are getting my readings, my private readings, and my deeper dives for my pick a card reads, then we resonate, and I can help you in a big way instead of trying to help everyone in a little way. It's that kind of a story. Apply it to your life as it fits. But we restrict ourselves through these beliefs that it's not okay to be ourselves. Could be an element today of that savior complex as well. We're here to have our own lives. It's like we're not here to, the world isn't broken. We're not here to fix it. We're not here to be a savior. That martyrdom kind of thing, that savior complex is very, doesn't serve you. 10 of Wands, so putting those burdens down. Be realizing what those burdens have been. There's an idea about yourself that's burdening you. And it could be reflected in those around you. People saying, you're too this, you're too that, shouldn't do this, should do that. Page of Materials, yeah, you're hearing it from outside of you, other people, you should do this. Page of Materials, like you should do this. Rather than be this, you should do this. Why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing that? You can feel really bad about that. Why haven't I done this already? Why haven't I achieved this already? Why am I so behind? What's wrong with me? That kind of thing. That could be the energy, that burdensome energy. You could be feeling that today and face that today. There is nothing wrong with you. It's not even true, that stuff. Hey, it's not even true. And why do people tell us that kind of thing? It's because they're not feeling good about themselves and they're projecting it on us. So they don't feel like they're okay being who they are. And so they're pointing the finger at everyone else. You're not okay as you are, and you're not okay as you are, because they feel bad about themselves. Don't take that on. Try and sort that out within yourself. Don't just repeat what they've said and be that, I'm not okay. And then you point the finger at other people going, you're not okay either, and you're not okay. Oh my God, we're all human. What's gone wrong? Nothing. Nothing's gone wrong. It's okay. It's all okay. And we're supposed to be unique as well. So discernment. So discerning what's the truth from lies kind of thing. There can be constructive criticism. There are some things that we need to listen to, yeah. But there's a hell of a lot of stuff out there that we don't need to listen to. There's finger pointing and projection and all kinds of stuff that we don't need to listen to. So don't. Just be discerning about what you actually let into your head through your ear, and take it into your heart, and discern what should just go in one ear and out the other. Just go, that's their stuff. Queen of Wands. So you get fired up then. You get fired up because once you're owning yourself, you can actually move forward, toward the good stuff. Yeah, the sun energy. And this is the healing card. So it's very healing to get to that point where we just let go of all those shoulds. And then we can actually be happy. Our inner child can be happy. What's more, the sun is about the inner child being happy. Yeah, because if you think about it, I was going to mention the children, because if you wouldn't do it to a child, right? You wouldn't tell a child it's not okay to be, you wouldn't say to a baby, it's not okay to not be able to walk yet. Of course it is. It's okay for them to be like that. And so you've got to know that we've got an inner child inside of us too. And when we are shutting all over ourselves, saying, you should be this, I should be that, I shouldn't, I'm not, there's something wrong with me. We're telling the inner child that there's something wrong with us. It's very healing when we stop that stuff. It's healing in and of itself when we stop that. Then we can be happy, like simply happy. Our inner child, be happy. Because they're not getting beaten up anymore. It's very self-violent to talk to ourselves like that. Self-violence. When I was a kid, I was taught this rhyme: sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Bones, bones can heal. The words, and that emotional abuse is way worse than the physical abuse, way worse. So don't do it to yourself anymore. Duality. Duality is behind that. Why is duality behind that? Oh, so there's dual aspects of yourself. There always will be. There's always a negative side. We're balanced, right? Like the yin yang symbol, we're balanced. We're always going to be in balance. We're always going to have those negative aspects. And it's okay. Some days we're not going to feel good, and that's okay. Sometimes we're going to be mad, and that's okay. Duality will always exist. And the shadow dancer says, the shadow work is about loving and honoring every part of us. And it being okay to be human. High Priestess, there's something very healing about this. Oh, to your finances, to your abundance. Oh, wow. Yes. Like I said with the reciprocation thing, it's very healing to your abundance, this self-acknowledgement, the self-acceptance it is. Because when you'll allow yourself to be enough, then you can allow abundance in. That's when the reciprocation can come in. So emotional release behind that as well. You know why? Because you might realize today just how you've been holding yourself back from the abundance, from the good stuff, or from not even just the good stuff, basic survival needs, having enough. Yeah. If you think about it, we get back the energy that we're putting back out into the world. And it's not the energy we're giving out to other people, it's the energy we are in for ourselves. So if you're feeling not good enough, if you're feeling wrong as a human being, not good enough, right? Not good enough, not good enough. What do you think you're going to manifest in abundance-wise? Not enough. You're not going to get enough money to pay the bills. You're not going to get enough to do what it is that you want to do because I'm not enough, I'm not enough, I'm not enough. But if you realize you are enough and it's okay, and you're allowed to like be taken care of and loved, and you're loved anyway, and you're loving yourself anyway, despite any of those things, what are you saying to the universe? What energy you're putting out there? You're putting, I am enough. I am good enough as I am. And what do you get then? You get enough. You get enough back. Now, we can take it to the next stage. I'm not just enough. I'm amazing and really love ourselves. What are we going to get back from the universe abundance-wise then? Much, much more. So it's that self-love path. Six of Pentacles, it's going to lead to reciprocation. And my example before about me, and if I thought that I was here to serve everybody and be the savior of the world, I wouldn't get the reciprocation. That is just like one of the ways that these things actually play out in reality. It's how those things manifest, the feeling of not good enough or really excellent, how that all plays out in reality. So the Six of Pentacles and the Muse of Emotions. Oh, here we have someone else. We've got a King of Cups here. Someone that loves you. Oh, no, they can be reciprocal. So as soon as you are feeling good enough, then they're going to come in and reciprocate. Then you'll allow them to love you. Maybe you've not been allowing someone that loves you to love you because you're like, no, I'm not good enough yet. Not actually physically saying that. No, don't love me. I'm not good enough yet. But giving those vibes off. And maybe keeping them at arm's length or just kind of retreating a little bit from their advances. They could be coming in to be reciprocal now. What's behind this? Yeah, if we're not loving ourselves, then we're not going to let someone else love us. We'll let someone else criticize us if we're criticizing ourselves. So it's the inner journey first. So maybe this King of Cups as well, but has been on an inner journey. So this is just someone that loves you. This is someone else. It doesn't have to be a man. And it doesn't have to be a water sign either. It's just someone that loves you. And they're on this inner journey to love themselves as well. You're on the inner journey to love yourself. And when you get it together, inside of yourself, both of you, there's going to be a coming together. Because energetics are behind everything. What's going on in our love lives today? When you pass from this world, you'll take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you've shared with those you love. And it could be this kind of a belief that has you not becoming a whole person and loving yourself in yourself, because this Nine of Materials is very much about abundance. You might be thinking that healing those things inside of yourself to gain abundance is about the abundance, but it's not. Abundance is the same thing as love. It's like love and abundance. It's all the stuff of source energy, and it's everything coming back to you. It's what you're attracting to you, and it shows you where your vibration is at. So attracting not enough to you, not enough abundance, and not enough love. If you do it the abundance way first, well, if you do it the self-love way first, abundance will happen before the relationship happens, because you'll get evidence of what you're attracting through your vibration, through the static things, so through money, through things that are stable, right, before you get it through other people that have got fluctuating energies, just as you have. So, in other words, if you're up and down on the roller coaster of not good enough, good enough, not good enough, good enough, when you hit those good enough peaks, you're going to attract things like money, things like tangible things, things that are a single vibration. They don't have a consciousness about them. The King of Cups has got a consciousness about them. So imagine them on the not good enough, good enough, not good enough, good enough, and you're like this. That is going to happen later when you both get more stable. And that's what this is saying. The reciprocation is going to happen in these relationships, in your relationships, when you get more stable in that good enough and better and better and better energy. So even though when you pass this from this world, you'll take nothing with you, it doesn't mean to not focus on the evidence that the universe is providing to you in what you're attracting in your life, because it's evidence of where you're at vibrationally. It's not that you're pursuing the abundance, it's that you are noticing the abundance and what it's showing you. And indeed, someone that feels good enough and good in themselves is going to pursue the abundance for themselves, because they know that they deserve it. So that in itself can be kind of a telling sign. When people say, oh, what am I doing this for? When people say, I don't need much, I'm just happy, there's people that are in very low self-esteem that say stuff like that the money doesn't matter about me, I'm happy, but they tend to be the ones that are complaining that they can't afford stuff all the time. That could be part of the shadow work that needs to be done here today as well. Just for some, that is. You might notice that in other people today as well. With these energies being about, you could notice this stuff in other people. What about our love lives, though? What about our love lives? Reveal what needs to be seen. Something being revealed today. Something coming to light today. Something being illuminated. And it's not like someone telling you a secret. It's not. It's the universe showing you where you're at in yourself. What else is going on in our love lives today? And so if you got your eye on someone, or if you're in a partnership, you might be noticing their insecurities and what it is that they are attracting. It could be a mirror reflection of you, so you might be pointing the finger at them going, you're not doing very well in this area, and and maybe go and tell yourself the exact same thing in the mirror, because you could be kind of projecting your lessons onto them today. We tend to see it more clearly in someone else. Strings attached and support. Okay, so there's a dualistic aspect here, and there always will be, right? Something just popped into my mind here. There's two relationships that I've had in the past. Two guys, and they both said the exact same phrase to me when I first got together with them. They both said, I don't have a jealous bone in my body. Now, it's an unusual phrase to say, right? To put it that way, but they both said that, and they were the two most jealous guys that I've ever had relationships with. And so it wasn't true. But why did they point that out at the start of the relationship? Because it's not true. It's because it's one of their triggers, kind of thing. And why am I saying that? Because strings attached and support here, these dualist aspects are in all of us. So strings attached, that's conditional love, and that is always going to be in relationships. It better had be, otherwise you're going to be in a relationship with a narcissist or an abuser, and you're going to put up with it. You can't be unconditional about romantic relationships. It would be stupid to be unconditional about it. There has to be conditions to honor and love yourself. There has to be conditions. Same as there has to be conditions with work, not unconditional work, conditional work. Make sure you're getting back from it, And the strings attached and the support here, you might say to yourself, but I'm just loving and supportive in relationships. And it's like, well, no, actually, you're also strings attached. You're also divisive. You're also manipulative, because we all are, right? And this is about accepting this dualistic part of us, because there is a time and a place for this stuff, for the strings attached stuff. And there's a time to be supportive. And when we do this all the time and we don't have boundaries, or we don't, advocate for ourselves, and that's going to be a problem. So dualistic aspect of relationships could be coming out for you to honor that within yourself, and it's okay to be that. So this could come out in the form of, say if you've always been a doormat, just pleasing people, just being really easygoing and making someone feel better instead of standing up for yourself and making you feel better in a relationship, then you might be seeing that really clearly today. And in which case, if you're doing that, if you're the overly supportive person, you're going to get an overly strings attached kind of a person, an overly manipulative person. Until you're in balance, you're not going to get a balanced person. Until you're in balance, you're not going to, and loving yourself and doing that shadow work, you're not going to be attracted to someone that's in balance and loving their shadow side as well. Someone that can say no to you when you're being whatever we can be as human beings, Someone that can stand up to us. If we haven't healed ourselves and done the shadow work, we're not going to be okay about that. We want them to be a pushover too. But if you're a pushover, you're always going to attract the opposite of that, because there must always be balance in the universe. So it's very interesting energies today, because it's like a wake-up call of where you're at with your shadow work today. Responsiveness in a love relationship today. So someone being responsive. But also, withdrawal. Say there's the opposite. The exact opposite card just came out. Talk about duality. Responsiveness, withdrawal. They're the exact opposites, these two cards. And that's okay. And it's okay. So in a relationship today, you might be open, supportive, 1 minute, and close down and withdraw in the next, and that's okay. If you're more withdrawn, if this isn't a 50-50 thing, if you're more withdrawn than responsive, then question that relationship, because it's probably not good for you. Very teachy kind of energies today. I like it. That's why this video is longer than usual, because this is important. I love it when the guides want to talk about this real stuff. It's really useful. This is the really useful stuff. Tell you what's not useful. The readings, and they kind of annoy me. My guides annoy me when they do this. The readings that just go, the Empress coming in, and this, it's all roses. It's not useful, because it doesn't get us there. What gets us there is this real information of how to get ourselves there. So feeling tied down and frustrated today, you might be feeling that. Beware of self-delusion. Absolutely. Says the dragon, beware of self-delusion. Right, really notice the evidence today. Bird perch, waiting for news, package or letter. Cup, you should accept valid criticism. But not invalid criticism. And know the difference between the two. Know the difference between someone projecting because of their stuff and valid criticism. Someone that's seeing you clearly and loves you. Someone that can be this to you, Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. You might be kind of starting out at a relationship again. If you're already in a relationship you might be deciding with your partner, when all of this is revealed, to be 100% honest with each other, to talk through things now, to reveal those vulnerabilities and insecurities to each other. You might be kind of almost a kind of renewing your vows kind of an energy, or just deciding to go about the relationship very differently with what comes to light today, the ahas. So think of a yes or no answer question. because I've got a red and a green crystal in this bag. I'm going to pull one of them out very shortly. It's just a bit of fun for this reading because this is a general reading. If you want me to pull one of those out for you for a particular question that you've got, then come along to my Psychic Cafe show. You can see the next show lying in waiting on my YouTube channel. If you click directly on the Be Healing channel, you'll see it there on that first page. You can set a reminder or see when it is in your time zone there and come along to it. I do mini reads in there for donation. If you want to ask questions in a private reading, book yourself in for a private reading. There's a link in the description box below and also one up there as well. And once you've booked in, click on the Contact Us page to put your questions in there. How best to deal with these energies today? Knight of Wands. So, Knight of Wands boldly moves forward. And with passion kind of thing. It's a kind of an energy of being cavalier about it and trying different things and being courageous and boldly moving forward. So be courageous today with what comes up. It's really good energies today. I love this kind of energies today because I love this kind of work. But it might be confronting to many. So think of a yes or no answer question now. Pause the video if you're not ready. Your answer is no. It's the ruby. Don't do it. Whatever you were thinking of. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to click like on this video down there. Leave a comment as well. What is this all about for you? Did you get an aha even listening to this reading? I hope you did, because there's not a lot of people that talk about this shadow work. But it's so important to self-love and to life itself. So, yeah, leave a comment. Thank you to all my subscribers for your ongoing support of my channel. If you're not already a subscriber, please consider clicking that subscribe button along with that notification bell down there. I do one of these energy updates every single day of the year. I do 3 love picker card reads a week as well, and I go live 3 times a week in my Psychic Cafe show. As I said, check that out on my YouTube channel. You can see the next one lying in waiting and set a reminder on there so you know when it is in your time zone. So thanks again for watching. Have the best day ever. I will see you tomorrow.